Hello, I'm Pastor Dan Herendeen, and this is Dry Bones, episode number 11. Glad you could make it today. I want to talk to you today about sponges. No, I'm not talking about those irritating people that most of us have in our life every once in a while, who all they want is something from us all the time or to use us in some way. I want to talk today about just plain old everyday sponge. Now, we probably all have them, and maybe in our kitchen or bathroom, wherever it is that we clean up messes. The thing about a sponge, what we know is that it absorbs fluids really well. Now, I could take this sponge and I could get a 5-gallon bucket of water and I could put this sponge in there and it would absorb some of that water. But it would only absorb until it was completely saturated. And once it's saturated, it doesn't matter what I do. I could leave it float in there for days. I could hold it down to the bottom of the bucket. But once this thing is saturated, it will not absorb anymore. In fact, we know that the only way to get it to absorb more is what? Wring it out. Well, I want to use that illustration to talk about a spiritual principle, a spiritual truth that's found in James chapter 1, verse 22. It says, don't just listen to the word and so deceive yourself. Do what it says. See, as believers and Christians, especially here in the United States, we are so blessed. We have Christian teachings on the TV, on the radio, obviously in our churches, hopefully in our churches. We have Christian bookstores and websites that we can go to, and we can get information, books on any topic dealing with Christianity and our Christian life. Row after row, shelf after shelf. Information, information, information. And there's nothing wrong with that. That's a real blessing. The temptation comes in is if we in our spiritual walk become satisfied with just learning. I want to know more. Teach me more. Teach me more. More information. The more information, the better. Nothing wrong with that unless we become like a sponge. See, there's a principle here that if you want to absorb more fluid, then you got to wring this thing out. Information, no matter how much, if it is not being used, being wrung out in our life, is just useless information. We come to a point in time where all the information in the world doesn't give us spiritual joy or a powerful Christian walk or satisfaction at all. See, information itself can't do that. It needs to be wrung out, not only in hearing, but in doing what it says, what we're learning, putting it into practice. See, that verse says, don't be just hearers of the word and so deceive yourself. If you think that all you need is information, you need to take that information, let it transform your life, and then work it out in your life. And God will give you more information for the purpose of what? Wringing you out, transforming you, doing what it says. So I want to challenge you today. Pray about and think about the fact is what is my Christian spiritual walk like? Is it just a information gathering walk? Or am I putting it into use? Am I getting wrung out so that God can give me more? Something to think about. We're going to talk on the next few episodes about kind of what that looks like in our life as we walk this journey with Christ. So, thanks for joining me today. Keep praying, keep listening, keep reading the Word, keep applying it, get wrung out. Hope to see you here next week on Dry Bones. Till then, God bless you.